Hi everyone, Karen here. Today I have another Thanksgiving card for you that's an SVG. So just like before, you can go onto my website or look at the link down below on your PC and just download the SVG, and then you can make this card too. So we have a happy Thanksgiving, and now I chose to group this together and print it out this way because that was a lot of letters to glue on. So you absolutely can do it this way, or you can ungroup the background from the letters, and then you can cut out the letters separately and glue them on. Your choice. This is going to be a pilgrim hat. So we have the pilgrim hat shape. We have a white band that's going to go on here. We have a gold buckle. We have the inside, which says, "On this day we count our blessings. I'm counting you." I thought that was really nice. The shadow for the inside is white. We're going to do some ink blending today. Now this is the front that we're going to use to attach everything to before we attach it to the base. And the base you will cut out like this, and then you will fold it in half. And then we have some pumpkins and we have some leaves to decorate the front. So to color the shadow today, I'm going to use some distressed oxide, and I have carved pumpkin and lumberjack plaid. So that's what we're going to do here. So let's start with the inside. Let me find it here. We have our red, we have our orange. Let me get these little pieces in here so they don't get lost. I'm going to bring in some scrap paper. All right, now we don't have to do anything with the wording. Now this was a print and cut, so you'll just leave this group together, print it out on your printer, and then have your machine cut it out. So this is our shadow. Let's make sure we're going in the right direction here. This is going to go on here. So I want to color this side. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sporadically put a little orange here, a little orange here, and then I'm going to put some red in here. And it's just going to be a little different colored. It's not going to be the same. It's probably enough yellow. I'm going to take this off. Now when I use the Distress Oxides, I do like to use the foam instead of the brush. I don't know, I just seem to get better results that way. Because usually you'll see me use my brushes. And I'm just going to put some of this on here. And if it gets, blotty like that where it's a circle, just go with it. It's really not going to hurt anything if you put it on there. You could even go like this and make it really kind of pattern that way. Just go with it if you have that happen to you. Because when you're using this as a background, it will be fine. A little bit more ink here. Maybe a little more orange. I'll go back to some orange. And that's probably good. Alright, I'm going to give that a second to dry. Put all this to the side. So let's bring our tray back in. So this we'll deal with in a moment. So we want our hat, and we want the base that it's going to go on. So we want to make sure we're putting this on correctly. So this is going to go here. See, I had that backwards. So this is going to go like this. The hat is going to go on this side, and then our pumpkins are going to go down here. So lay it out first before you glue anything on to make sure you're getting it all in the direction it needs to go. And then you have to decide what you want to put on foam and what you want to glue flat. So I know the pumpkins down here on the bottom I'm going to put on foam. So I think I'm going to definitely glue this hat together flat. And then the whole hat itself I may put on foam. I may just put the Happy Thanksgiving on foam. So let me glue this on here. So this just goes right here. Got a little glue happy there. So that just lines up on the bottom like that. Nice and flat. I'm going to grab my little bottle of glue here. And I'm going to put some glue on the back here. Alright. Now this will go in the middle. Now if you want to put it on the side you can, but I'm going to put it in the middle. And it will cover the band top to bottom. so you won't have any of the black showing. And that goes on like this. And if you made the other Thanksgiving card from last time, this is the same hat. It's just larger. All right, so now we have to make some decisions. So this is going to go here, and when we put this on, it's going to have equal distance on the sides and the top. So that will sit on here like that. Then this is going to sit on here like this. So I think the hat is going to go on flat. And we will put this on here. So we have equal distance here and on the top. So like that. Right about there. Now the Happy Thanksgiving is going to go on foam. So I'm going to use the 1/16 foam. Let me cap my glue here so it doesn't clog. All right, so grab my scissors. And we'll flip this over. And we're going to cover this whole thing with foam. Let's see, we'll put that piece over here. We'll put another little piece over here. Peel this off. I'll turn this sideways so I can see it a little bit better. Get these out of the way. It looks like I missed the corner here. Let me put a little bit more glue here. Just press that down for a moment. All right, now this will also have white around the whole thing, and it should be the same as the hat. I may have to stick my head in here. There we go. So there's that. Now our pumpkins. Move that up. They are the same as we've done before. And this 3-piece pumpkin is just very, very useful. I'm going to grab a green here. Like I did in the last card, I'm going to color in the stem. And I will put that piece in the middle. A little more. There we go. This piece will go in the middle. Like I started to say, this pumpkin is really versatile. You know, once you have the SVG, you can really use this pumpkin on a lot of different things. That just makes a nice little pumpkin. Get that lined up a little bit better. There you go. It just makes a nice little pumpkin. Now we'll do the other two. So there's one fat one and 2 of the tall ones. Let's make sure we have it on the right side here. Yep. Color the stem. You don't have to be neat with this because the top of it will be covered. Just color this in. And let's see, this green is G17. Now we'll take the glue and we will glue down the bigger piece. Just line up the edges on the bottom. And it will line up on the top. Then the skinny one goes in the middle. There in the middle. All right, now the last one, the 3-piece middle piece. Once again, goes on there. The center piece, which is skinny, goes on here. go. So now we're going to decide where these are going to go. So we have the fat one, the fat squatty one is going to go in the middle. And we're going to have a tall one here. And we'll have a tall one on this side. Let's see, this will sit like this. And in these spaces here is where the leaves are all going to go. So this is all going to sit here. I think I'm going to put these in foam just to give it a little bit of height. Because this is just the 1/16 foam, so it's not very thick. Just gives it a little something. And then we'll fill in those empty spaces with the leaves. All right, just make sure everything's sitting where we want it to sit before we glue, take the backing off. So that will all sit like that. And I'll take a couple of these leaves. I think I'm going to use these big ones here. And I may even put some flat down and then some in front of these pumpkins. I may end up using 4 here. And I do have 2 of these other leaves. So let me get these on here. Let's see here. So this will go here. Just follow along the curves. Glue these down. So first I'm going to glue some underneath. And you'll see in between here, these little spots here, that's where the leaves are going. So we'll let that sit like that. I'll do another one on the other side. Like that. So now we have a few more leaves that we can put in here. So if you want, you can put one in the front here, maybe one over here, or what you can do is just put one like this, make it a bunch of leaves over here, where it looks like one is in the front and one is in the back of the pumpkin. So you can print out as many of these leaves as you want. Okay, so we have 4. And if you want to add a 5th leaf, and let's see, let's just kind of put it over here. And then if you wanted to take these extra 2, let's see if we can find a place for these 2. We can tuck one in here, as long as it doesn't stick out any further than here, because that's what's going to go on the card base. Just make sure it is completely on the outline here, the shadow I should say. Alright, so now we are ready to attach it to the card. Alright, so we have the front. The front's going to go on here just like this. This is pretty much the same size as this, except the little ends here are rounded, and the reason why that happens, and I've explained it before, is when you design the SVG and you mirror the piece and attach it together, you do lose a little bit here where you attach it, so that way you just put this cover on the front that has the full design that you want. This will just go flush here. All right, we'll give that a second to grab. All right, so that's what we have now. So let's talk about the inside while that grabs. Let's go back to our piece here. That should now be dry. Let's put some glue on here. here. This will go in the middle. You can see here, using the two colors, just kind of blended together. See? And even though I just kind of pounced it on there, it looks fine. It looks absolutely fine. So if you go to do some blending and you get that dreaded circle, just keep going. It will be fine. Embrace that circle mark. And your card will be just fine. Let's put some glue on the back here. And we will be done. All right. Pull this a little closer to me. And we're going to get this in the middle. And here we go. And this card is finished. Just give that a second to grab. There we go. A little 5x7 Pilgrim hat. This says Happy Thanksgiving with some pumpkins and some leaves. So when you're cutting this out with the SVG, the Happy Thanksgiving can either do this as a print and cut with your leaves, or you can separate the two layers, ungroup them, and then you can cut out the background in whatever color you want, and then cut out the letters individually and glue them on like you've seen me do in the past. So we have a bunch of leaves here in the bottom, and it's just two leaves that I printed more than once. And then on the inside, on this day we count our blessings, I'm counting you. And there it is. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you give it a try. And until next time, stay crafty.